And a happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Plug Talk Sports live show episode. Man, I don't even know what episode this is. We're 214. We're losing track here of episodes. 214. Here is Jonka. Jonka also joining us. Three-man crew tonight. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Blake on here. Hope you guys are doing well. Of course, Danny Torres, Brandon Hernandez, Jonka, don't stop. Guys, we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. There's a lot of things on here that I was like, we need to talk. I was kind of adjusting the rundown earlier today. I was just too many good things. I was like, we cannot just not talk about this. So we're gonna start first with our final Super Bowl preview. It's finally Super Bowl week. We're kicking it off here on a Monday night on Plug Talk Sports. Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots, Jonka's New England Patriots in San Francisco, Levi's Stadium. I will give my pick right off the bat here. I'm not shying away from it. Jonka, I love you, but I think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. I do think that New England may be better coached, and that could pay off. It could. I think Mike Vrabel is a great coach, but I just think that Seattle is an explosive team. They really are. I really love what Sam Darnold has been doing. And then what we've seen from Jackson Smith and Jigba in the postseason, the man's been hot. I can't deny it. I'm going with Seattle, and I think that Seattle has been battle tested throughout these playoffs. I don't think New England has really been tested as much. Not taking credit away from you, Jonka, but you faced Denver with a backup quarterback. You faced playoff Justin Herbert, who was really not that good. It's been kind of it's been not that tough compared to Seattle for you guys. So I'm going with Seattle.
You want to go, Brandon, or
Well, I'm gonna make it quick then. I mean, Coach McDonald for Seattle, congratulations again. Another young coach that you know is gonna be successful is finally getting that success. So I think congrats for him. Definitely, I think the biggest storyline from this Super Bowl, though, to me personally, the Sam Darnold like trajectory where you're seeing ghosts on a field to being benched in Carolina to like you're the top guy basically right now in the NFL. I mean, he's the hottest guy in the NFL on the field. I feel bad for any Minnesota Viking fan watching this right now because I can't even imagine how's it going to the viewers. But for the Viking fans, turn off the TV. Jonka probably turn off the TV as well. Won't be that good of a day on the run. Defensively, I mean, and we all saw the NFC Championship game, Rams, Seattle, high-scoring game. I mean, don't know if the Pats can even put that much numbers on this Seattle team. So I do have Seattle in this one. Jonka, I know, again, you'll probably be the only Pats guy, as Danny was saying. But I don't know. MVP maybe he shows up. I don't know.
I mean, if I'm gonna be truly honest, like no matter what happens in this game, I'm gonna be proud of my team on where we've been, especially that we're in a first year rebuild with Mike Vrabel and then McDaniel's being back as our OC now. And moving on for the future, we're gonna be solid. Um, I don't know. I just feel like for what Daniel said at the beginning about the Seahawks road being a little tougher than ours. I don't know about that. They got a first round bye. They played Brock Purdy in the second round and they blew them out with no George Kittle. And then you go and you play the Rams, which is a tough team. I mean, that's probably the only tough game they've had up to this point. So it's basically a one game and you're in type of situation. You wouldn't have to play 3 top 5 defenses just to make it. Being credit, obviously, I know understand Bo Nix and CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert, but that's just the offenses. The defenses were getting to Drake May. I think the first quarterback ever in NFL history to be sacked 5 times each game and come out with the win. Drake May hasn't played the best, but he's made the heroic plays to continue to move on the team with his legs, not really with his arms, even though he had 300 yards in that first game against the Chargers. But I think we match up well. in the sense that I think we have the corners that. Okay. I think we match
I
up
ain't
well.
gonna put that up there, man.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh,
If
stop
Super Bowl,
it.
I can't even ask you. They're both flat boards. But
Stop it.
But I just I was watching
Fernando Mendoza.
I wish. But I was listening to a podcast and they actually mentioned something pretty interesting that I found interesting. That the center for Seahawks and the right guard, and I think I have their Jaden Sundell and Anthony Bradford are top 10 in QB pressures allowed this season. But then, funny enough, on the contrast, Millen Williams and Christian Barmore are top 5 in pressures created in the NFL this season. So you can always say the flip side on Patriots defense offensive line and the Seahawks defensive line. So I think they cancel each other out. And then the Seahawks DBs and I think we match up well, to be honest. But at the same time, I just think I do believe that the Seahawks wide receivers have more experience and are better than what we have at the moment. But I do think what Daniel said, that we have the coaching advantage, and especially the Super Bowl advantage because of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, and they've been in the situation plenty of times, so they know what to do with the team.
I want to confirm. I want to confirm with what I'm hearing here. Are you saying that Chargers, Texans, and Broncos was much more difficult than when Seattle faced?
I mean, you got a first round bye, and then you go and you play no Kittle and Brock Purdy, and we all know that team has been battered down with injuries, so that defense was nowhere to be found from the first kickoff return for the game. That game was already over. And then you go and you play the Rams, and the Rams put up 27 on you, which is still with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. And that game still came down to one of the last drives. So I'm not it's not out of the realm of saying that.
Well, you know what I would say though, Jonka? You know what I would actually say about that? Look at the Pats' path, and let me know that God didn't build a path for them. Horrible, low-scoring game, the AFC Championship game. Broncos, even with backup Stidham, look to be in good shape, right? Score first, get in the end zone. A blizzard comes in the second half, and only Drake May on his legs can get things done, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. They had help not only going against a backup, but they got the weather on their side. They got a seeding sense. You know, and don't give me that look. Don't give me like if the Pats saw snow and like, oh my God.
Both teams played on the field. Both teams played. Both had a chance.
But when you have Drake May with his legs in the snow, when you have Stidham can't even find a receiver downfield, can't even look around, it makes a difference. His first start in the season in the AFC Championship game, and there's weather change. I don't think a lot of people expect it at all over there in Denver. I think, and also for the 49ers' sake, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. They battled for the one seed in the NFC the last week against the Seahawks, who beat them at home and then later on in their own house in the playoffs.
Are we comparing the Seahawks to the Eagles though?
I'm trying to compare.
I mean, we got the NFC East guy right here.
That they beat the 49ers. They beat the 49ers with Kittle on the roster to be the number 1 seed, and then went on to do it again, spanking them.
That's the key word, on the roster while playing. Once he got out, that game was out. That's it.
Still, with them out within a 3-week span, they smack them.
But what
receivers was on the roster? They didn't even get a touchdown.
All he
when
had
Kittle's off the roster, they can't even score 8
McCaffrey. He was the only weapon they had. Without Kittle, that's it. It was over. You stop him, that's it. It's over.
I'm just saying, because that 49ers defense is still a top defense. You go against the Rams, they got pieces on both sides of the field, you know, and so do Seattle. Seattle's O-line has been very undermined, in my opinion, especially when you look at the run game. I forgot number 24 has the French last name. Chamberlain.
Oh, Charbonnet, yeah, he's out.
Charbonnet, apologies, yeah.
Towards ACL, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, between him and Walker and all those different pieces that they have efficiency outside of the receivers. I think that's a big advantage. You look at what's going on in New England, And obviously Drake May, youngest quarterback since Dan Marino, second youngest if not to make the Super Bowl. It's a little too early and a little too soon for New England.
I agree with everything Brandon just said.
Yeah, because I mean, again, we start off the year, and call me a hater if you want. I was the biggest hater in the Pats. A 5-win Patriot team. I didn't see my 4-win Patriot team. I didn't see this trajectory at all, And then here comes Drake May on the MVP ropes. And, as Danny said, maybe there was a schedule thing, maybe an advantage. But either way, they won the games, and that matters. So, but I'm telling you, though, don't undermine the Seattle road.
Listen, I have a number here to sign you up for therapy just in case another one of your teams breaks your heart in a championship game.
Hey, it's okay, bro. I mean, I've already seen my NFL team win 6.
He wanted, bro. He wanted the T-shirt this year, bro. He still has a chance, but we'll see.
Oh yeah. Also, have you guys seen the merch at all?
It's terrible, bro.
Horrible,
bro. Get Fanatics out of here, bro. Bro. Dang, I don't know if you've seen it. It's trash. It's absolute trash. The quality, the price, the $160 for no, I'm sorry. Yo, Fanatics, I love your stores, but do better. Do better. Seriously.
Yeah. So the one thing I would say, because last thing, the little what was it, Pepito Toad or whatever, the frog that they have a Bad Bunny with the uniform. That's the only thing that's good. That's the only thing that's
good. So the NFL has confirmed a record 8 games internationally for 2026. They're going back to the Santiago Bernabéu, home of Real Madrid in Madrid, Munich, Rio de Janeiro. They're having 3 games in London. First game in France, in Paris. First game in Australia, in Melbourne. And there is rumors that there's going to be a 9th game in Mexico City, which they're saying that the Cowboys will be playing in Mexico City. But what are the thoughts of you guys, with the NFL now expanding a whole lot more, having a lot more games internationally?
I can tell you right now, because how they say that the Jaguars are the home of London's NFL team.
Yeah.
The Madrid stuff just makes me think more and more
Dolphins.
The Dolphins will be the home of the Spanish. And that kills, again, that's a home game away from Miami. You know what I mean? So it's less opportunities for the fans. And, if you saw, what's going to come for this upcoming season for the Dolphins schedule, maybe you do want to miss those games because it's going to be pretty rough. But I don't know. I kind of disagree with it, though. If you want to make it like a preseason thing or, not push it to okay, this is affecting the teams, then I would see that to expand it to a Germany or Mexico or whatever, But these are going to be crucial games. Like the Dolphins against Commanders game that they had this season, Dolphins were still in the hunt of the playoffs. They were still pushing for a winning streak, So who knows what would have happened if they would have been if he didn't go to Spain and did all this and that, guys got distracted. So I would say at least adjust the games.
You mentioned Spain and London. I just came back from Australia. They have, surprisingly, they have a very big NFL culture over there. They watch football over there. But I will tell you this. Having taken that flight to and from, whoever ends up being the game over there in Melbourne, God bless their souls, man. That is a far, far, far flight to want to go to play a game in Australia. So I don't know who they would put in Australia, really, but I feel bad. Maybe one of the 2 of the LA teams. I don't know, someone on the West Coast because it's somewhat closer. But I feel so bad for them. God bless them.
I don't I'm personally not a fan of these international games. I think it should just stick to what the demographic is for the NFL, and it's just Americans most likely. If your job is to expand the viewership in other countries, then okay. But if you're trying to expand it to a point where there's potentially international teams, then no, I'm sorry. Like, you lost me there. The only way I can see this happening is if, let's say, Dolphins and whatever, let's use Commanders from like this year. The very next week has to be a bye week just to give some sort of break for the teams that are traveling.
Especially the Australia teams.
Yeah.
So if that's not done, then I don't like it. And plus, honestly, I would like to see better cities, or at least more variety in the cities from around the world, not just Spain, London, Australia, Mexico City, Rio de Janeiro. I don't know. I just feel like if
Australia wouldn't interest you?
No, it would. It would. Don't tell me that's one of the good ones. But like, give me like something like, I don't know, bro. Like, give me a special place where it would be cool to watch it.
Cancun?
I don't know.
And go to Ireland. Let's just pull a college football and just go to Dublin. Week one. Bro. Get the bars filled up, get the fans inside, and just go on from there. Because I mean, again, UK and the NFL have been like interchange.
Yeah.
Now what it feels like half a decade, if not more. Like, give it a rest, maybe for a season.
I think Germany, honestly, obviously because of the beer culture in Germany would be the same with Ireland. Ireland has a big beer culture. I think Germany would be big time. Obviously, they're going there. They have been there. So I think maybe that's one they want to continue to focus on. But I mean, thinking about it, like the NFL, it's mostly American sports. It's trying to kind of invade other places of the world, right? Now we've got NBA trying to get teams out of the Euro League, which has already happened. Real Madrid and Barcelona basketball teams already saying that they're leaving the Euro League and joining this brand new NBA Europe league. And so a lot of American sports are trying to take over in other places. And then we see, for example, a La Liga game in Spanish soccer that was supposed to be here this past December between Barcelona and Villarreal at Hard Rock Stadium got canceled because the outrage was so big in Spain that players didn't want to come here and fans didn't want a regular season game away from Spain, and the getting canceled because of that. So it's quite interesting. But we know how the market moves in the U.S. and it's money based and trying to expand. So I just think it may be popular amongst the international fans from those specific countries, but I don't think it's popular with the players and the staff that have to, for a regular season game, go so far.
Yeah, no, it's very true though. And even for the fans here too, like I said, this could take home games away from the Dolphins. And that's only like 7 times out of 365 days for a lot of people.
I wouldn't be opposed to them doing the international games if it's early in the season, not late in the season.
Yep, that's
where the games matter more.
Yeah.
That's one of the only takes I'm gonna have to die on right there. Early season, that's it.
So this is right up Brandon's alley. NBA trade deadline is coming up. Giannis has requested a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks. The Miami Heat, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Golden State Warriors, and the New York Knicks are the front runners for Giannis. This is supposedly released today. Miami's expected trade package for Giannis: Tyler Hero, Kello Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Yaku Chonis, Terry Rozier's salary as a filler, a 2030 first-round pick via Miami, a 2032 first-round pick via Miami, 2026 first-round swap rights via Miami, and 2031 first-round swap rights via Miami. I think when you look at all the teams that are front runners for Giannis, talking about Minnesota, Golden State, New York, I think Miami's the only team that can give players and picks at the same time. I feel like Golden State can only really give up players, and New York can only really give up picks. So I feel like Miami is the only team that has a mix of both. And that could be very, I would say, very intriguing to the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know how eager they are to trade for Tyler Hero or receive Tyler Hero in return. He is a Milwaukee native. But there is concerns there that Tyler Hero is always injured. So do you really want to receive him? I also have seen reports of maybe packaging Giannis with Kyle Kuzma to send to Miami, which I don't know about that, but
it's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, I think a Giannis and a Bam Adebayo front court, and then you throw Norman Powell in the mix. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it could move the needle all the way to absolute dream team contenders for a championship, but I do think it makes them a lot more competitive than what they are right now.
Yeah, I think also for Miami too, because I mean, I'm pretty sure for you guys watching those Heat games, the amount of starting five changes throughout the year, abysmal. You know, I mean, they're still trying to figure out the third quarter woes. They're still trying to figure out who's the starting guard. And, you know, again, for Kasparis, a rookie, you know, being able to start this year and, again, one of the better playmakers from the first round. And we've seen it now in the NBA's level. I think, especially when you look at, like, the deal, that's like half of your starters kind of gone, right? If, like, Davion Mitchell's hurt, and again, with Hero being hurt, and then, you know, Kasparis, Ware is a big piece, obviously, in this one. You know, I heard reports that have saying that, like, Ware, his behavior, and, like, you know, guys are still trying to push Ware to be at that next level pretty early in his career. And maybe he doesn't, you know, maybe the Heat are just not waiting for that, right? This is a 7 seed, 8 seed, basically a play-in team that's trying to make a push to not be in that category anymore. And they shouldn't be. They have a roster for it, but things need to change. Whether that be a youth thing or trying to get an experienced guy, an NBA champ, MVP like Giannis. I just, and the weirdest part about this whole thing, because I've always had this theory. If an international guy gets traded or leaves the team, it's not on his own accord. Like we've seen it with Dirk. We've seen it with Luka. We've seen it with a lot of international superstars in the NBA. It's never like a guy from Lithuania, I want to be traded. You know what I mean? You don't see Valanciunas going around talking about, I shouldn't be on this team, or any of these guys, or like Steven Adams, you know? But for Giannis, it's like the frustration, you know? I mean, he's kind of killed the locker room. I mean, a lot of people go back to Adrian Griffin, the former head coach who had a 30-13 record, getting kicked out because Giannis wanted a better locker room feel with Doc Rivers. And now you're seeing that Doc Rivers, who's way beyond his years, is kind of killing that franchise to be below what Charlotte is right now. And also shout out the Hornets for 7 straight wins. But the deal itself, because you talk about Hero, Kasparis, plenty of picks, Where I can see that.
And Jaime.
Yeah, see, that's the part that kind of kills me. Jaime Jaquez? Terry Rozier, even being considered, it's a threat. That's just Miami toying with him at this point. That's a threat. If you try to tell me a guy that was a gambler on the court and off the court, yeah, that's a threat. I don't know if Milwaukee will even consider that deal. But what I also found from reports, Minnesota has been like scavenging like 4 to 5 different teams, seeing if they can do like a 4 or 5 team trade deal to get Giannis to Minnesota, which would make a lot of sense. It would be something where you have, again, hypothetically, if the roster stays intact, to have a Naz Reid, Giannis, Anthony Edwards, maybe Gobert stays, maybe he gets shipped off in the deal, 4-way trade, 5-team trade. And for the Heat side, one of the first things I thought of immediately was Jonathan Kuminga, because he's been for like the past century wanting to leave Golden State. A 3-team trade. Let's say, for example, the Heat, Giannis, and the Milwaukee Bucks, and then Kuminga with the Warriors. If they could figure something like that out, where you can have Kuminga be a center leading fresh start with Tyler Hero, Milwaukee, and then you have, let's say, Jaquez goes over to the Warriors with something like Kuzma, and then Giannis goes to Miami. I don't know how the money would fit, and that's probably the biggest part of the reason why you have guys like Hawkins and Ware being included in this deal. And also Jackie Jonas, who obviously Milwaukee has no interest in, I can imagine. It's all a money thing. So I don't know how they'll fit that, but the Knicks part, I just don't understand. You have a contending team, obviously not a Pistons team, but it's a contending team nonetheless. Why would you mash that up? Like Josh Hart, Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns. I wouldn't even the only guy I would get rid of on New York's roster is Mitchell Robinson. And that's just because I despise that man on the court. If you have NBA League Pass and you watch him, trust me, game by game, it gets more irritating. It won't get better. Trust me. But that's my takes on that, though. The Heat, definitely eye-opening, but do not sleep on the T-Wolves. Timberwolves will make a deal.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't see the Timberwolves really doing anything since they gave up like 5 or 6 first-round picks for Gobert in the first place, and that's why they need a 5-team trade value deal, bro. Bro, ain't no bogos here. I don't even think that he would even do a 3-team trade with the Warriors when the Warriors are also trying to get Giannis at the same time. I mean, maybe they can try to make a deal for Wiggins. I think they would like him back and get rid of Kuminga. I can see that happening. But when it comes to Giannis, I have to agree with Brandon. And like the deal needs, I just don't like these deals where like they have to ask for like half the entire roster on top of like 4 or 5 picks.
Yeah.
And then it's like, damn, Giannis gets to Miami. I don't got a team. Where's my team? I have no depth. We can't win anything. There's no rotations.
You got Gardner starting with him, basically.
So I'm just like, at this point, like I don't even know what's gonna happen, bro. I can see more likely he ends up on the Warriors than the Heat. I think the Warriors would consider getting rid of Kuminga, Jimmy Butler, even though he is injured, but the salaries have to match up. A bunch of picks, and maybe you throw in, I don't know, somebody, maybe Pajemski if they need something like that. I can see that happening. But yeah, including Terry Rozier, I'm not even gonna pronounce that asparagus, whatever it is. Yeah, asparagus guy. Right. I don't know. The Heat they just have a bunch of weirdos on the team. Besides Bam and Hero and like Powell, everybody else is like meh to me. Is meh. And I just think when you're trying to get a generational player in Giannis and you just have a bunch of meh and you really don't want to give up too much of your decent stars, I don't know. It's not a recipe for success.
What about throwing Andrew Wiggins?
In that sense, if the Bucks were to accept that offer, I could see them also including Warriors in that trade to then get Wiggins for Kuminga or however the situation ends up being.
I could see the Warriors wanting to get Andrew Wiggins back.
Yeah. Also, would it be also weird if Miami puts a higher ceiling for Wiggins right now than Hero? Would that be an odd thing? Because like Wiggins is still like a 20 points per game type of guy. Like I get like Hero, obviously all-star caliber guard, 20 himself, top scorer on this Heat team when he's healthy. But I put a lot of emphasis on Wiggins on both sides of the floor. Like Tyler Hero, he's not known defensively for anything. Wiggins does it all.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So okay. You get Giannis somehow, some way, but you're able to keep Wiggins. You get rid of Hero. You got Powell, Wiggins, Giannis, Bam, and then probably like Jaime or Jovic, whichever one you keep.
Well, probably Davion.
Davion. Okay, bro, that's solid right there.
Yeah.
All that matters is the depth part, but we know the Heat are the kings of role players in the NBA. So I think that would be
Don't remind Brandon.
Yeah, that's nightmares, bro.
Yo, Caleb Smith, bro.
Yeah, 19 per game in a series. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But Jonka, that is a good point, though. Actually, the one thing that kind of, because now you brought up, not a lot of people mention Davion Mitchell when it comes to these trade talks.
Bro,
you know,
he's been, besides that, like that one playoff, I think it's like he's been maybe underutilized. Maybe it's not that he's not doing anything.
Yeah,
is that he's not being utilized enough.
I think not a lot of people like see him like stick on a wall. You know, I mean, I get he has like a shoulders thing or whatever going on, going day to day, but man, I mean, this is still like a defensive guy that can push a roster to do stuff, whether young or old, like a Sexton, basically what's going on with Charlotte, again, which I mentioned before. So God bless that no one has mentioned that in any deals, because I think there'll be a huge loss for the Heat, especially when you have like your backup guards being all like first, second year guys, unless you want Hawkins running the ball. I don't think anybody wants to see that. But I mean, a starting roster with Bam, Antetokounmpo, Mitchell, and Wiggins, that's at least a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, if not 6.
I mean, also like shout out to Pele Larson. He's actually been playing pretty well lately.
That too. Let me tell you though, I've tracked it because there's a Twitter out there that like puts out every single time that Larson gets smacked in the face or hit in a game. I think it's been 6 straight games that this man has been taking a beating on the floor. So shout out Larson, shout out whoever's running that Twitter, tracking that, because I noticed it too. Like I watch all these games, man gets hurt every time. Every time.
I like his tenacity though. He gets after it. He doesn't shy away from contact, which is what we need.
We spoke about a little bit about Terry Rozier when Brandon was giving his take. Terry Rozier will be paid his $26.6 million salary this season after winning his grievance with the NBA, which placed Rozier on an unpaid leave. This all goes back to like, why is Charlotte not getting punished for knowing this guy had issues and trading him to Miami and not telling Miami, knowing that he had issues? And the guy is under criminal investigation, and they say, nah, man, he's under criminal investigation, but he still got to get his $26.6 million. Like, it's absolutely stupid. Stupid if you tell me.
It's just straight up for the lawyers. That's what the 26 mil is for. It's straight up for the lawyers to help him out. But I mean, and also because you make a great point. I think that no one even cared if he was gambling because he was on Charlotte, you know?
Yeah.
Like not a soul was like, oh my gosh, a team that isn't even nationally broadcasted throughout the whole year, and there's a gambler on the team. Miles Bridges was probably gambling with them. You know what I mean? But he goes to Miami, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, this guy's throwing a game. Like, he's throwing, like, turnovers. So, shout out to his lawyers. I don't know if Chauncey Billups is in the same boat. But I don't know. I still don't believe that Terry Rozier finds anywhere back in the league after all this stuff.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna use this topic and include it with the last one. Think about this for a second. Adam Silver, I need you to give me that first round pick back that Charlotte has screwed us over for. You give me that first round pick back from Charlotte, who's trash. We use that we get that first round pick back. We use that in the Giannis trade, and that first round pick is super valuable in this coming draft. Boom, we get Giannis. Tell me if I'm not wrong.
Look, I don't think Adam Silver is blinking at this. Adam Silver is probably ready to kick this guy on the bucket. But I you know what'd be even funnier? What if Terry Rozier, like a Pixar movie, goes to Milwaukee in a trade, right? And he's like, oh, I gotta rebuild myself, like from the bottom to the top again. Like what if he takes it seriously? I bet you every Heat fan would lose their mind.
I just don't see how you lie. You lie about a certain player and doing illegal activity and breaking NBA rules. And then the commissioner of the league does not reprimand the guy, gives him his $26 million, and does nothing and gives no consequences to the team that lied in the first place and screwed over the team that traded for him, and we get nothing. We just have to sit back and take it.
You know what? You know what this situation reminds me of, and I think Jonka will remember this and how pissed I was. There was a young lady who, as soon as Ezekiel Elliott got his new contract with the Cowboys,
Boy, don't even talk to me about that.
Accused Ezekiel Elliott of some sort of sexual misconduct. There's an investigation. The police department comes out and says there's no evidence at all. It's actually the girl is found with text messages saying that she sued him on purpose because she wanted a piece of his money from his contract. The police said that. No, but the NFL still suspends him for like 6 games. So you're telling me that the rules of the NFL trumps the laws of the United States of America, which makes it makes absolutely no. This is this type of situation that we're in here, Brandon. It's absolutely insane that this guy was gambling, throwing games, and this Voldemort-looking guy, it's the commissioner of the NBA, says, it's not really my problem. Yeah, give him his $26.6 million. So we, as the Heat, need to keep paying his ass because, this guy just says it's not important to him.
Look, this is the same exact commissioner that decided that let's have a tournament in December. I don't think he cares about this logistic crap. I think he just looks to be like, oh, can't we just keep moving forward? How can this be my NBA after David Stern's passing? God bless him. But I don't know. I mean, if I'm Thierry Rozier, again, I'm using all the money for lawyers or whatever, right? Best guys in town. But for the Heat's point, damn, I'm not saying like kind of sucks, but I kind of remember when he got to Miami and all a single person was like, oh, we got Terry, Scary Terry. I remember it was the 2018 Celtics, Scary Terry. We got him. Is it going to be a real team? I don't think those people are talking anymore. I don't think those people are talking.
I'm 100% convinced that Adam Silver and Roger Goodell will just basically give a lawsuit or just fine anybody, suspend anybody that they hate. Any team that they don't like, boom, something happens with that team. Any player that they don't like, boom, something happens. He doesn't. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott gets. Well, you just said Daniel.
Yeah.
Ever since he has never liked the Patriots. Siempre hay una cosa con los Patriots. Anytime, anywhere. No matter what the year it is, there's always something with the Patriots. And then Tom Brady had, just stuck it up and won it the next year after he got suspended for 4 games and won it that same year.
Which, by the way, Jonka, sorry to cut you off, but the craziest conspiracy I've ever seen on the Patriots was on Reddit, where someone said that the Patriots put big fans at the top of the stadium so that it would create wind for the other team's kicker.
Jeez. I've never heard that one. That's the first one for me. I wouldn't be surprised if it was funded by Roger Goodell. Yeah, but
bro,
Rozier situation. Give me my first round pick back, bro. Give me
Brandon,
my first round pick back.
We would have had a team if this guy wasn't addicted to FanDuel.
This guy came from the Charlotte Bobcats, okay? I don't know how much talent that is. I don't know. And again, shout out 2018 Celtics.
Oh, God.
If I'm the Miami Heat, I'm suing the NBA after the season's over because this is an atrocity. Take it to the Supreme Court. I want my first round pick back.
Anyways, I'm going to say it right here. Jonka's not going to believe me because he says, oh, you're being a doubter. I'm saying it right here. Brandon might agree with me.
I didn't see the new one.
I'm saying it right here, right now. The Panthers are not winning the Stanley Cup this year.
Oh.
I don't think they're winning. I think there's way too many injuries. I think the last 3 years they've had so many short off seasons that it's hitting them right now. like, man, my body hurts. They might even miss the playoffs altogether. They lost tonight to the Buffalo Sabres. Is it the worst thing in the world? No, because I think that if you get healthy, this team can be right back in it next year and fighting for a Stanley Cup. So I don't think that missing the playoffs or not winning it all this year would be the worst thing in the world.
No, I mean, it wouldn't. And I think when you look at the Panthers this season, obviously injuries is a big part. Chucky's gone for majority of the year. Barkov for the whole season, basically, in like training camp and all that.
Yep.
And then Marsh. But, man, it's like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but what's going on with Bob? Right?
Yeah.
We talk about a 9-goal game. He gives up 9. The next game, in a loss at home, we have a goalie fight, which is the best goalie fight I ever seen. You know, third apparently in franchise history, probably the best in franchise history for Bob. I felt like that was a goalie fight out of frustration from Bob, which is very, very rare. You know, I don't know what's going on. Tarasov doesn't look all good. Bobrovsky doesn't look, what we expect from him. Injuries, as you said before, are terrible. And for the Sabres, I mean, that's one of the teams ahead of us right now in the wild card race. And then you go face the Bruins, and I think that's the last game before the winter break. Well, not winter, but the Winter Olympics.
Olympics, yeah.
And that means there's no Kachuk. That means that, potentially with Seth Jones getting hurt, guys will be replaced. And actually, I think also as well, I mean, maybe there's rumors that Sam Bennett might even go represent Canada or something because of Marchand. So we're talking about multiple guys, injuries, Winter Olympics. I mean, the roster itself, I forgot the guy number 95 that's on the ice, Uvelis or something like that.
Yeah.
But you got rookies basically getting into the second line, the first line, which is always good to see. But I mean, this Panther team, there's nowhere to go. This is nowhere to go.
It's just feeling like an uphill battle because, man, I feel like you can't get more than 3 games of one of our stars being healthy. I feel like it's 3 games and then another injury. 3 games and then another injury. It's just been up and down all year.
Has to be day to day. Every single guy, Now, the good thing is, though, because, again, I don't know how Bill Zito did it, but, like, after that second cup, got the guys long term. So this team will be back some way, but I can't be this year.
I'm keeping my faith open, even though every game that we lose a lead, like today we had a 2-0 lead and we lost it still. But it's been dwindling little by little. But I still have my faith. It's like not rock solid, but like there's some lava heading towards it, and it might melt sooner or later. But yeah, I will have to agree. I think the thing with Bob, I think is that the defense has not been playing that great. And it's been a lot of, I think it's getting to him where like, okay, yeah, my defense is not doing their job and it's allowing way more shots. And that's what we're seeing. Way more shots taken, way more shots on goal. And majority of the time, a lot of those are going to go in. But if you can give Rob some time to like really like analyze the ice and just see where the puck is going and where it is at all times, I think he could be great. Like we've seen it before. If our defense can clean up their act, maybe Seth Jones comes back or, something has to happen. Maybe a guy steps up from the bench. I think that could be really helpful. I'm still maintaining my faith with the team. I think we have the experience to do so. Just let us sneak into the playoffs. Just let us sneak in and let everybody get healthy. Maybe Barkey isn't coming back, but I think we're talented enough to make at least a small run. Maybe not a big. I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way, but I think we'll surprise some people. Even though like how batted down we've been, they're like, bro, this team, no matter what, bro, they still fight. I think that's all we need. Put some fear into them heading into next year, and then watch what happens. But that's all I want, bro. Just make the playoffs. At this point is all we need. Forget about the Stanley Cup for a second. Just make the playoff. But lately, we've lost 3 in a row?
3 in a row. And also because I'm telling you the Bob piece of it, though, I've seen like the Utah Mammoth came down to South Florida. Panthers outshot them twice, were more aggressive, had more possession, and somehow the Cats lose by like 2 goals. I'm not saying that there's like a flame in the hot chair at net, but if Tarasov isn't pushing it, I'm not saying get rid of Bob. I'm not saying that obviously, but they need some sort of help. They need some sort of help.
We play Wednesday against the Bruins at home. So,
Jonka,
we'll see.
I have saved this topic for last just for you.
Bro, don't even talk to me, bro.
Brandon,
bro.
I think for the last couple hours of this day, I have been smiling to myself, waiting to hear what Jonka was going to say. There's 3 things that the Marlins have announced today. And the first one, I was just reading it while you were just speaking. I was smiling to myself because I could only imagine, like, it's just things that you think about and like, it's so common sense that it's laughable. And well, here's the first one. And I can't wait to see Jonka's reaction. Caroline O'Connor of the Miami Marlins announced today, for the first time in Lone Depot Park history, the Marlins will be hosting their opening day on a Friday because there's no school the next day, no work the next day. It really gives everybody an opportunity to participate.
Wouldn't a Saturday do the same?
The weekend?
The hell are we talking about?
When everyone's off?
I was thinking the entire time that Jonka would say, gee, he could have thought of that years ago.
Bro.
Brandon, go, bro. Please, go.
Well, I mean, just off that alone, for everyone to show up, yeah, a Saturday would do. A Saturday would do. Because no one's showing up for game 2 of that series, whoever they play. I'm telling you right now. Not a soul will show up for game 3 of that series either. So a Saturday would do. Hell, a Sunday. Let's go crazy here. A Sunday in the second game of the year, 12-10 on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever. Just do it as that.
Is that first series a 3-game series or a 4-game?
I want to say it's a 4-game.
Then who the hell cares? Who's going to be part of the series when guys are at work?
The last game is going to be on a Monday at 1 p.m.
Hey, listen, guys. Relax. I got you right here. I got you right here. Let's pull up the schedule. Where's the opening day? What, in the middle of the damn week on a Tuesday? Spring training? No, I want the first half. Go, honey. It will be Friday, March 27th against the Colorado Rockies, the worst team in baseball, on a 7:10 at night. Okay, at least it's at night, not during the day.
That does sound like a Marlin game, though. The Marlins will be randomly taking on the Rockies. That does sound like a Marlin game.
Okay, so
I'll tell you what, though. Last year opening day, me and Jonka were getting cooked in the sun.
Yeah. Also, I would say one thing, though. I'm glad they at least had it scheduled at 7. Like, South Florida heat is no joke. That thing is no joke.
Hey, man, the roof was open. We were getting cooked. It's opening day, the big American flags on the field. Everyone thought there was going to be a beautiful flyover of fighter jets over the stadium. We got nothing. All we got was Jonka like this, looking up to see if there's fighter jets coming, bro.
Guys, you can book this. Book it. Pin it. Clip it. Whatever you want to do. Listen to me right now. I'm going to list you off the first 2 series of the year. That's 6 games. The first 3 games are against the Rockies. The next 3 games after that are against the Chicago White Sox. 2 worst teams in MLB from last season. The Marlins will go up against. If the Marlins do not go 6-0, I swear, cook it, sell the team, end it, sell the property, the whole thing.
Wait. But I have to tell you, there's more. We still have 2 more announcements to get through. Here's announcement number 2, and it gets even better, Brandon and Jonka. Here we go.
Wait. Let me take a sip. Okay.
Marlins make it official. They are heading into the MLB TV's hands and will be named Marlins.TV. If you are this is the important part, don't miss it. If you are a local fan, this is separate from your current MLB TV subscription. You will need to pay for an additional subscription to avoid the blackout, since the Marlins will not be going off of the local TV market.
So they wouldn't even be shown on TV.
Nope. Now you have to pay for a subscription to watch the Marlins.
I hate it here. I hate it here. That's horrible. See, that's even worse.
If you have MLB TV subscription already, to watch the Marlins, you have to pay extra to be able to watch them.
Yeah. See, I don't know what happened with FanDuel and them not paying FanDuel, but if like less than 20% of your salary is going to like the roster, what's the other 80-something% or 75% going to? And apparently ain't TV deals. Apparently not.
Stadium
that's how you get guys. You got to get fans to the building. You can't just be like, oh, you can't watch the Marlins game? Well, you should buy a ticket to go to the Marlins game. That's not how marketing works. You got to get people eyes on screens. Like, I don't know. And horrible as it may sound, I don't even think the Marlins are the only baseball team right now in the MLB that's having this issue.
Yeah.
From what my knowledge is. It's terrible.
Jaka.
So the team that is struggling to get people to go watch the team in person decides, genius idea, high IQ. Let's remove the idea of them being able to watch their favorite MLB team on TV for free and charge them for it. And that way we get money and they get to watch the team, even though they don't spend money. Bro, the more I listen to these executives that represent this trash organization, the more brain cells I lose on a consistent daily basis. Bro, and this is only 2 of the 3 announcements. This is only 2.
Are you ready for the third one?
I don't think I want to hear the third one.
Bro, what's the third one? Does it have to involve a I just got a notification from the Marlins like 10 minutes ago, but I don't know if it's that one.
Oh, no, fourth announcement?
Go ahead.
Guys,
we
sold the stadium.
Bro, that stadium tore down the orange bowl for that bullshit.
Remember a player that we got that was so hyped but has barely played, and his name is Acevedo Garcia.
Okay, that's the announcement. Okay.
Yes. Acevedo Garcia has retired. The Marlins proved to be the final chapter of his career and played his last game on April 27, 2024. And the first comment under this announcement, and Brandon, I think Brandon's going to love this. The first comment under this announcement is, still holds the record for longest home run at Lone Depot Park, and it wasn't even hit when he played for the Marlins. Sums up his tenure here pretty well.
Hey, I mean, how can I hate on that statement? Like, I really like this damn Marlins organization is absolute trash. Absolute trash.
We're known for the bullpen here. We're known for the bullpen,
bro. The fact that they had a chance to get Luis Arias back, and he ends up going to another team. All these free agents are available. They don't spend any money. I guarantee you that Kyle Stowers will not be on this team next season. I guarantee it.
He probably won't be on this team past like September, most likely.
You think he's gonna get traded, or do you think he's just gonna leave?
Well, it depends what happens. They've done and I've seen this offseason, they've done 5 to 4 moves off the mound, like bringing closers, pitchers, whatever. I can't even name. Like, yeah, sure. They got like a utility third baseman or something like that. Pretty good.
What's his name?
But I can't even tell you by the top of my head.
Exactly. That's all I needed to know.
I can't even tell by the top of my head. The ginger kid from Chicago, he should be good. You know what I mean? But besides that, Nothing to get the jersey for. Nothing to get the jersey for.
No, nothing to walk yourself from your car to the stadium.
Hey, as long as they have a keep on, when they had what was it, the dollar hot dog day that they had in this ballpark, packed everything. Keep on having those days, Flanny days. I'll still show up, especially if they had the Vicky Bakery collab there too with them.
Oh, shout out. I have to try those.
Yeah, same.
I'm only excited because they're going to be wearing teal this year.
Okay. Also,
that's about it.
Also, can we also talk about like how they're supposed to announce it at Marlins Fest, but then they have a guy for the Winter Classic just wear it straight up? Like, was it really going to be a secret? You just put a Nike thing on the side.
They have the worst PR team I've ever seen. Yeah. The worst owner, the worst executives. I'm not going to even talk crap about the players. Like, their farm system is great. Whoever is running that farm system needs to get a raise.
Yeah, they should use it sometime.
Yeah. Especially that you're in Miami with the city of like a melting pot of Latin American stars that you can get for cheap. But no. Logic is out the window. Let's do the opposite of what everybody wants us to do, and let's fail until all of a sudden something happens. We make one little splash in the signing. Everybody's attention's back up. That's all they do. They're milking people for the money. That's all it is. It's a cash grab, Ponzi scheme. Damn,
listen,
trash, bro.
If I have to pay Apple TV to watch MLS, if I have to pay now Apple TV to watch Formula One, if I have to watch or pay ESPN Plus to watch Real Madrid and the Dodgers, you really think I'm going to pay extra to watch the Marlins? No, sir.
Also, bro, I would rather watch anything else than the Marlins, bro. I'm saying it again. If the Marlins do not go at least 5-1 or 6-0 to start the season, cut it. Fire everyone. The two worst teams in MLB. In the MLB, bro. And after all this bloating, all this saying, we're doing great. We're having great strides, great development, all this stuff. And you lose 2 series to the worst teams in baseball? I'm sorry. That's it. Cut it, bro. Cut it.
Jonka,
put a hit on somebody.
Is there any chance that we might see you ask some questions at FanFest?
May God be with you, bro. May God be with you. There might be a picture. There might be a picture outside the stadium. It's like banned for life. I don't care how many kids are there. I'm throwing every book out there, bro. Every little synonym, antonym, verb, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be thrown. Hey, yo, Peter Bendix, you're next.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, someone's got to keep the microphone away from this guy.
No, because everybody's like, oh, what do you think about the team next year? Oh, what do you think about this guy with this pitcher? Is he going to improve? No, bro, ask the real questions. They let these kids ask these questions, not the people that pay $300 for these seats.
And $35.99 for additional tax on MLB.com.
Bro, 99-year lease for trash.
They tore down the Orange Bowl for that. You forgot the $25 for parking.
Bro, it's exagerado, bro. Bro, 99-year lease. You tore down the Orange Bowl for sushi. It's not even good sushi.
Yeah.
These damn Marlins suck, bro. They ruined the logo. They ruined the name. They ruined the reputation. Like, what more? How much further down do you need to go into the dumps for you to recognize that you're absolute dog water?
What they got to do is have the Hurricanes play football in Lone Depot, then take the Marlins out to Homestead. That's what they got.
Before they do that, change the damn name. Lone Depot is the most retarded name in the entire MLB. Well, it's terrible.
Well, the thing is, though, does Publix have the money? That's the real question.
We paid for the stadium. They have the money. Where did it go? Did it just fly out of nowhere?
Yeah. See, there's got to be a public stadium somewhere. So, like, if it's anyone, it's got to
Tropical
be
Park.
Bro, anything. Lone Depot Park. Who wants to say, hey, where are you going? I'm going to Lone Depot Park. And I'm proud.
You been in a Lone Depot before? Never. Great
Bro,
name.
something, man. Like,
Hey, we loan out all the players, so it doesn't matter.
Shit.
oh my God, bro.
I'd rather have Amscott Park.
Sell the team to Jeff Bezos and just name it Amazon Park, bro. Hey, bro, I'll take it, man.
I'll take it. You know,
okay.
the Marlins fighting in the Amazon. That's a dope name. That's a dope name. Not at the deep part.
Hey, I'm telling you, you come to the play in the jungle, bro.
This is the end of the show. We have hit our limit here. It's before it turns into comedy hour. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching, for having fun with us. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl on Sunday. If anyone follows Jonka, please wish him good luck. And we'll see you guys next week for a brand new episode of Plug Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your week, guys, and definitely stay warm.